Hi guys, so it's no news that CeraVe Ointment is now available in Europe. Well, if you didn't know, now you know. In this video, I'll be comparing the US version with the European version. What I'm trying to find out here is that did anything change or it's just the same and we now have it here in Europe. In general, CeraVe Ointment is said to be lanolin free and is formulated with petrolactum, hyaluronic acid and ceramides. It is said to be non-greasy, suits very dry skin as well as chapped or cracked skin. So in my previous video, I shared how, when and where to use the CeraVe Healing Ointment. The card is on the screen right now and it's pinned in the comment section as well as in the description box. So make sure you check it out and watch that video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, now is the perfect time for you to hit that subscribe button and also turn post notifications so you don't miss out on future uploads. I have a lot of videos coming, so subscribe, sit still and enjoy. So I'll be comparing them based on the following: texture or feel, finish, ingredients, price and size. Starting first with the US version, which is something I'm used to. I just want you guys to see what it looks like as I dispense. You can see that it's thick, right? So this is the US version right here. And now for the EU version. Oh, okay. It is sealed. I didn't realize that it was sealed. So now let me dispense this. Okay. This right here is the EU version, US, EU. I'm just going to bring this forward. So this is US and this is EU. Judging by what I see, they don't necessarily look alike. I feel like the US one is already melting, whereas the EU one is just there. I'm just going to take my finger to swatch the US version. Just want you guys to see how it blends in. Like so. And I'll use this other finger to swatch the EU version. I don't know. Do you guys see anything? Do they look same? So I'm going to re-swatch it. One on one side and one on the other side. So the US version will be here and the EU version will be here. EU, US. I'm going to swatch the US one or blend the US one into my skin. I'm also trying to check the texture and also the finish. And here's what it looks like. So now I'm going to blend in the EU version. Okay, I see something now. So this right here is the EU version. So US, EU. Looking back at the hand swatch, I'm not sure if this, showed you guys the difference between them or if there was anything at all. But like I said, I'm going to compare them according to the points. So the first point is texture / feel. So I feel like the US version, that's this one, is a lot more lighter. I mean, the texture is a lot more lighter. It feels like it will melt easily. Whereas with the EU version, this, in terms of the texture, when it pumps out of the tube, it's more whipped. So it's like really smooth. And also, when applied to the skin, it's a lot more thicker. It's leaning somehow close to Vaseline, but then it's a lot more better in terms of the texture. In terms of the finish on the skin, I would say that they have about the same finish. So the CeraVe US version melts in really quickly, whereas with the EU version, it melts in, but it needs some time, maybe like few seconds for it to like set, or yeah, a few seconds for it to like set to be like the US one, if that makes sense. I hope this is helping, guys. I hope so. So when it comes to ingredients, I actually do have a whole paper here that breaks down the whole ingredients, but I don't want to have to read that out because I want this to be quick. For the US version, that's this one, it contains hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, whereas for the EU version, it's sodium hyaluronate. I know they are both under hyaluronic acid, but that's like one thing you should I think is like a major difference. Also, some things were swapped out and new things were put in for the EU version. So that's normal. Like if the brand wants to follow the European rule, you have to swap some things so that it's accepted here. So when it comes to size and price, the US wins in my opinion because they have 4 sizes, at least that I'm aware of. There's a 3.5 oz, there is a 3 oz, there's 5 oz, and there's 12 oz, sorry. I do have here the 3 oz and I have here the 12 oz. So I normally would buy the 3, 5, or 12, not the baby size, whereas, and that ranges from, how much again? I think $8 to $20, depending on the size. Whereas for the EU version, maybe from like, I think £11 up. Actually, this one that I have here, which is 3 oz, because it comes in, I wrote it down here, 1.7 oz. And 3 oz. This is a 3 oz right here. I got this one for £14 off Look Fantastic. So yeah, we still get things small sizes and higher prices. Okay, CeraVe. So that's all for the comparison. Overall, I would say that there's a tiny bit of difference between them. You don't have to buy the US one if you always buy it like I do. We now have it in Europe, so go ahead and purchase it and enjoy this. That's pretty much it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you do, drop a comment, give it a thumbs up, share this video to those who you think would love to watch it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys, thank you so much. Have a great day.